Hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So for this week, after nating i-discuss yung polygons, yung introduction to polygons, we'll now move on to another topic. So which is interior and exterior angles of a convex polygon. So just to refresh your mind about convex polygon, ito po yung polygon na kung saan yung sukat ng lahat ng kanyang interior angles ay less than 180 degrees. And then, we can only draw diagonals inside the polygon. So, let's now move on to the lesson objectives. So, for our lesson objectives, we will determine the sum of the measures of the interior and exterior angles of a polygon. So, may mga formulas po akong ipapakita mamaya and then i-apply po natin using examples. So, to formally start our discussion, so let us define first the definition of interior angle and exterior angle. So, paano ba nagkakaiba yung dalawang angles na yan? So, let us have first the interior angle. So, an interior angle is an angle formed by two consecutive sides of a polygon. So, consider the following example. Okay, so, pangalanan po natin yung ating hexagon rather. A, B, C, D, E, F. So, if I will be naming this polygon, this is hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F. Make sure, kapag niname natin yung mga polygon, kailangan po consecutive vertices. Ibig sabihin, magkakasunod dapat. Okay. So, ipaliwanag lang natin yung mga interior angle. Okay. So, based sa definition niya, na-form po yung mga interior angle gamit ng two consecutive sides. For example, this one, AB. And then, BC. Okay, so kapag pinag-connect po natin yung AB, yung side AB and side BC, mapo-form po natin yung interior angle B. Okay. So, or angle ABC or CBA. So, kung tatanungin nyo ko kung ilan yung mga interior angles ng isang polygon, so syempre, nakadepende po yan kung ilan po yung sides ng ating given polygon. Like for example, this one, hexagon siya, it has 6 sides. So it means there are 6 interior angles. So yun yung mga interior angles niya. Angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, angle E, and angle F. So we can also use 3 letters in naming an angle. Pero para mas madali, so ginamit na lang po natin yung mga vertices. So let us have the exterior angle. So an exterior angle is an angle formed when one side of a polygon is extended outside. So, kailangan po natin extend yung isang side ng polygon para po ma-form or makita natin yung exterior angle. So, let us have an example. So, this is an example of a pentagon. So, for example, this one, itong side na to nasa ibaba. In-extend natin dito, ayan, papuntang left. So, mapo-form po yung tinatawag na exterior angle. So, ito po, ayan, yung tinuro ko na yan sa arrow, yan po yung ating exterior angle. Okay, so nasa labas po siya ng polygon. And then, yung counterpart niya, yung interior angle. So, kapag po pinag-add po natin yung sukat ng interior angle na yan, tsaka yung exterior angle natin na yan, equal po yan sa 180 degrees. It's because supplementary angles sila. So after differentiating interior angle from an exterior angle, let us now move on to the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. So, paano nga ba natin malalaman kung ano yung sum kapag pinag-add natin yung mga interior angles, yung mga angles na nasa loob ng polygon? So, we start with triangles muna. So, kasi yung triangles, ito yung ating pinaka mababa. Okay, ito yung polygon natin na may pinaka-konti yung sides, which is 3. So, the sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. So, okay. So, kapag inad po natin lahat ng mga interior angles, yung mga angles na nasa loob ng isang triangle, ang sum niya is always 180. So, ibig sabihin, hindi po yan nagbabago. Hindi siya nagbabago, hindi siya magbabago. So, let us consider the following triangle. Okay. So, pangalanan natin to as X, Y, and Z. Okay, this is triangle XYZ. So, yung mga interior angles ng ating triangle ay angle X, angle Y, and angle Z. Okay, so lagyan natin ng marking para mas halatang angle sila. Okay, paano natin isusulat yung sum ng interior angles nila? So, this way. So, the measure of angle X plus the measure of angle Y plus the measure of angle Z is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. So, yung M po, dinedenote niya po yung word na measure, sukat. Okay, so again, kapag pinag-add natin yung measure ng angle X, angle Y, and angle Z, the sum will always be 180 degrees. Sir, what if yung ating polygon is hindi siya triangle? For example, isa siyang octagon, 8-sided polygon. So, is it possible for us to calculate the sum of its interior angles? Yes, of course. So, to calculate the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, so kahit anong polygon man yan, ilan ang sides man yan, we will use the formula below. And that is 180 degrees times the quantity of n minus 2, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. So, let us have an example. Find the sum of the interior angles of a nonagon. Okay. So, madali lang po naman ang pag-apply ng formula for as long as alam po natin kung ilan ang sides ng ating polygon. So, for this given, we have nonagon. A nonagon is a polygon with 9 sides. Therefore, n is equal to 9. So, yun po yung una nating inaalam kung ilang sides meron ang isang polygon. Next, we write the formula. So, 180 degrees times n minus 2. Okay. So, and then we will substitute 9 in place of n. And that is 180 degrees times 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. So, 180 degrees times 7, that is 1,260 degrees. So, ito po yung sum ng interior angles o panonagon. Okay. So, ayan po ang tamang way niya. Next example. What about the sum of the interior angles of a 16-sided polygon? Okay. So, based dyan, yung n natin, kitang-kita naman, 16. So, n is equal to 16. Now, we will substitute 16 to the formula 180 degrees times n minus 2. So, 180 degrees times 16 minus 2. And 16 minus 2 is 14. So, 180 degrees times 14. So, i-multiply lang po natin yan. We'll get 2,520 degrees. So, ito po yung ating sagot. Sum of the interior angles of a 16-sided polygon. So what about if we are trying to solve for the measure of one interior angle of a regular polygon? Okay. So, ang formula po na ipapakita ko is applicable lang po siya sa mga regular polygons. So again, kapag regular polygons, all sides are equal in length and then all angles are equal in measure. So to calculate the measure of one interior angle of a regular polygon, use the formula below. So kapag irregular polygon po yan, hindi po natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula sa baba, which is 180 degrees times the quantity of n minus 2 all over n. Again, n is the number of sides of the given polygon. Make sure that the given polygon is regular. Otherwise, again, we cannot use the given formula. So let us have an example. Find the measure of one interior angle of a regular octagon. So kailangan memorize po natin kung ano yung octagon, heptagon, ayun, kung ilang sides po meron yon. So for this given problem, so octagon has 8 sides. So therefore, n is equal to 8. Now the formula to get the measure of one interior angle of a regular polygon is 180 degrees times the quantity of n minus 2 all over n, where n is the number of sides. We will now substitute n. So 180 degrees times 8 minus 2 all over 8. 180 degrees times the quantity of 8 minus 2 is 6 all over 8. Next, we'll multiply 180 degrees by 6, and that is 1080 degrees. Finally, we divide it by 8. So 1080 divided by 8 is equal to 135 degrees. So if we will draw an octagon, a regular octagon, so for example, regular octagon to. Ayan. So ang isang angle niya ay may measure na 135 degrees. So ibig sabihin lahat po ng interior angles ng regular octagon ay 135 degrees ang sukat. Okay, and then to check if your answer is correct, so yung 135 degrees, i-multiply lang po natin kung ilan yung sides ng octagon, which is 8. So 135 times 8 will get 1080. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of a regular octagon is 1080. And then kapag measure ng interior angle lang, yung isa lang, will have 135 degrees. Next example. Determine the measure of one interior angle of a regular dodecagon. Okay, so the decagon is a polygon with 12 sides. So yung do kasi means 2. And then deca, 10. So 2 plus 10, that is 12. So n is equal to 12. So we'll use the formula 180 degrees times the quantity of n minus 2 all over n. So 180 degrees times the quantity of 12 minus 2 all over n. And then 12 minus 2 is 10 all over 12. Okay. Next, we will multiply 180 degrees by 10. So 180 degrees by 10, that is 1,800 degrees. Divided by 12, so 1,800 divided by 12, that is 150 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, ang isang interior angle ng regular dodecagon ay may sukat na 150 degrees. So, again, to check if your answer is correct, we'll just multiply 150 degrees to the total number of sides of a dodecagon, which is 12. We'll get 1,800. So we are now on the sum of the exterior angles of a polygon. So mas madali po yung pagkuha ng sum na exterior angles ng polygon is because all polygons po, yung sum ng exterior angles nila is always 360 degrees. So mapa triangle, mapa quadrilateral, pentagon, ayan, kahit anong polygon man yan, halimbawa with 100 sides man yan, the sum of the exterior angles will always be equal to 360 degrees. Now, in order for us to get the measure of the exterior angles of a regular polygon, we will use the formula below. So we all know that the sum of the exterior angles of every polygon is always 360 degrees. We'll just simply divide 360 degrees by n, wherein n is the number of sides. So let us have an example. Find the sum of the exterior angles of the following polygons. So una, regular hexagon. Okay. Hexagon has 6 sides. So if we will divide 360 degrees by 6, so our answer will be 60 degrees. Sir, ano po ba yung 60 degrees na yan? So ang 60 degrees na yan, yan po ang sukat ng isang exterior angle ng regular hexagon. Okay. What about letter B? Regular undecagon. So, regular undecagon or undecagon is a polygon with 11 sides. So, yan yung un means 1 and then deca, 10, kaya 11. So, 360 degrees divided by 11 will give us a quotient of 32.72 repeating. Or pwede rin naman natin yung express as a mixed number that is 32 and 8/11. Okay, so since 360 is not divisible by 11, kaya po meron po tayong decimal. Okay, so ayan, 32.72 repeating or just simply 32 and 8/11. What about the relationship between interior and exterior angles of a polygon? So, nasabi ko na po kanina yung relationship ng exterior at interior angle. So, ulitin lang natin sila. So, the sum of the interior angle and its corresponding exterior angle of a polygon is always 180 degrees. Why? Because these angles form a linear pair because they are adjacent and supplementary. So, nagpo-form po ng linear pair. Magkatabi, magkadikit po yung angles at the same time, 180 degrees po yung sum. That is why, supplementary sila. So, let us have now exterior angle theorem. So, what is this theorem? So, the measure of the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. Okay. So, ano ba yung remote interior angles? Ito po yung mga angles na malayo doon sa exterior angle. Like for example, the given figure, triangle. Okay, so yung angle A po, tsaka angle B ay remote interior angles. It's because malayo po sila doon sa exterior angles. Hindi sila adjacent. So, itong katabi niya, like for example, ito. Angle C. Ayan. So, we cannot consider angle C as a remote interior angle. It's because corresponding interior angle kasi siya ng ating exterior angle which is D. Now, so kung kukunin natin yung sukat, ganito ang lilitaw. Mangyayari, the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B is equal to the measure of angle D. Okay. And then, what if angle B tsaka angle D ang given? Is it possible for us to get the value of A, the measure of angle A? Yes po. Just simply subtract. Okay, and then, the measure of angle C, dagdag ko na lang, and the measure of angle D is equal to 180 degrees. It's because they form a linear pair. So let us have an example. Find the value of K and X. Okay. So, una muna natin kukunin dito is yung value ng K. Okay, is it possible to get the value of K kung yung X natin is unknown? Yes, it's because meron po kasi tayo dito corresponding interior angle. Okay, so gagawin natin 47 degrees plus the measure of angle K is equal to 180 degrees because they form linear pair. So magiging the measure of angle K is equal to 180 degrees minus 47 degrees. And 180 degrees minus 47 degrees is equal to 133 degrees. Therefore, the value of K or the measure of K is 133 degrees. So, tapos na tayo sa K. What about X? Okay. So, sa X, pwede po nating i-add yung 62 tsaka 47 and then i-subtract natin sa 180. Pero, ang gagamitin natin, of course, syempre yung ating exterior angle theorem. Okay. So, ang mangyayari, 62 degrees plus X is equal to K. Okay. So, yung sukat ng angle K is 133 degrees. So, magiging 62 degrees plus X is equal to 133 degrees. So, isa-substitute po kasi natin yon. Next, using addition property of equality, we will add negative 62 to both sides. So, magiging 133 degrees minus 62. 133 degrees minus 62, our answer will be 71 degrees. Now, to check, 62 plus 71 degrees is 133 degrees. And then to check yung interior angles kung tama, so 62 plus 71 is 133 degrees. Plus 47, that is equal to 180 degrees. So, tama nga na yung value ng K is 133 degrees and then X naman is 71 degrees. For our next example, find the value of X. Okay. So, we have there 65 degrees and then the quantity of 2x plus 25 degrees. And then yung sukat ng exterior angles natin in terms of x, the quantity of 7x plus 5 degrees. So, ito, yung dalawang remote interior angles, equal po sa sum, equal po dun sa sukat ng exterior angle. So, isulat natin as 65 degrees plus 2x plus 25 is equal to 7x plus 5. And then, we will combine like terms. So, lahat ng mga may variables sa left side. So, magiging 2x. And then, yung 7x, i-add natin yung negative 7x, magiging 2x minus 7x. And then, 65 tsaka 25, that is 90. So, i-add natin yung negative 90 to both sides. So, magiging 5 minus 90. Next, 2x minus 7x is negative 5x equals 5 minus 90, that is negative 85. Dividing both sides of the equation by negative 5, so our value of x will be 17. Now, dito tayo sa sukat ng mga angles. So, i-substitute po natin yung x is equal to 17. So, magiging ganito siya, 2 times 17 plus 25. 2 times 17 is 34 plus 25. So, ang sukat po ng isang interior angle ay 59 degrees. Next, dito naman sa 7x plus 5 degrees. So, 7 times 17 plus 5. So, 7 times 17 is 119 plus 5, 124 degrees. So, dito po, 124 degrees. Now, to check kung tama ba na yung sum ng two remote interior angles ay 124, we'll just add 65 degrees and 59 degrees. So, 5 plus 9, 14, 4, carry 1. So, 6 plus 5, that is 11, plus 1, 12. So, 124 degrees. So, our value of x, 17, is correct. Next, last example natin. Find the value of the measure of angle A, measure of angle B, measure of angle C, and measure of angle D. So, using the figure. Okay, as you can see, meron po tayo dyang triangle. And then, naka-extend po yung mga sides ng triangle para ma-form yung mga exterior angles. So, hanapin po natin una yung measure ng angle A. So, measure of angle A is the unknown. Pero, angle A tsaka yung 87, supplementary sila. They form linear pair. So, measure of angle A plus 87 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now, we will add negative 87 to both sides. So, magiging the measure of angle A is equal to 180 degrees minus 87 degrees. So, 180 degrees minus 87. So, the measure of angle A is 93 degrees. So, meron na tayong sukat for angle A. What about angle B? Okay. So, dito naman, the measure of angle B plus 122 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So, itong angle B tsaka yung 122 degrees, ayan, linear pair po sila. So, magiging measure of angle B is equal to 180 degrees minus 122 degrees. So, the measure of angle B is equal to 58 degrees. So, ayan, meron na rin tayong sukat ng angle A tsaka angle B. What about the measure of angle C? So, paano natin kukunin yung sukat ng angle C? Okay. Ganito ang gagawin natin. So, gagamitin natin yung 87 degrees tsaka yung 122 degrees. Okay, so ganito siya. Diba yung 87 degrees tsaka yung C, pag pinag-add natin yung sukat, makukuha yung sukat ng exterior angle. So, magiging measure of angle C plus 87 degrees is equal to 122 degrees. So, the measure of angle C is equal to 122 degrees minus 87 degrees. So, kapag sinubtract po natin yan, ang ating sagot po dyan is 35 degrees. So, yun po yung sukat ng angle C. So, kapag inad natin yung 87 tsaka 35, ibibigay niyang sagot is 122 degrees. Now, to solve for the value of measure of angle D, so angle C and angle D are supplementary. So, they form linear pair. So, measure of angle C plus the measure of angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Now, measure of angle C is 35 degrees. And then, measure of angle D, so is the unknown, then 180 degrees. So, measure of angle D equals we will add negative 35 to both sides. So, magiging 180 minus 35 degrees. So, the measure of angle D is equal to 145 degrees. So, there you have it. The measure of angle A is 93 degrees. The measure of angle B is 58 degrees. The measure of angle C is 35 degrees. Measure of angle D is 145 degrees. So, yung A, D, tsaka yung 122 degrees, yan po yung mga exterior angles. So, kapag in-add po natin yung 93 degrees, sukat ng A, tsaka yung 122, tsaka yung 145 degrees na sukat ng D, ang sum po nun is 360 degrees. So, for the next lesson, we will be discussing the illustration of circles and its related terms. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat.